Hey folks, Dave, the Not So Evil Evil Viking 13 here, and welcome back to the American Republic. This is, of course, my American Let's Play series in Empire Total War. And in the last episode, we liberated Paris for like the third or fourth time. And my goal here in the campaign is to hopefully wrap things up in maybe just 4 or 5 more episodes by ending all of our wars in Europe and fortifying our bases in Amsterdam, as well as over here in Iceland. I'd like to give away all of this remaining territory that I have in Central Europe, end all these wars, and get things wrapped up for this series. I've been really happy with how it's gone, but it has been going for quite a while, and we're already at 1844, which means we're approaching the Civil War time period for the US. I'm hoping that Spain kind of threw all their forces into France, and when we head south towards their capital, it'll be a bit undefended. They do still have a ton of navies though. However, this one that got caught in a harbor up north of France, right when we were capturing it, is kind of secluded. And I'm going to ambush it here with Admiral Putnam. There we go. They have a few heavy first rates, but with our rocket ship, I'm pretty confident we can take them.
Rise for the taking.
Oh yeah, they are actually quite damaged as well. And we have a second navy within reinforcement range. This is just going to be a feel-good kind of battle. Unfortunately, it looks like the wind is going to be against us here. I think I'll split a few of my ships up here into a few different columns. We have the Liberation, the Dragendorpt, and the Hornet. That's a heavy first rate, a second rate, and a third rate. Also an Admiral's flagship. Put you guys up front. Our actual Admiral's flagship. And what else here? There's another third rate. You guys will be Group 2. Also in line astern. So those are our heavy ships. Then we also have some steamships. Group 3. Oh, I must have control clicked. Group 3. Ow. Let's remake Group 2. There we go. And then Group 3 is those steamships. And Group 4 is going to be a mixture of all of our fastest ships. We've got the USS Constitution, actually. A carronade frigate. A Rasée. A 4th rate. Another Rasée, and our rocket ship. He's actually going to be grouped by himself, though. So let's make these guys Group 5. And for Group 5, I'm going to put them in crescent attack formation. Rocket ship right there in the middle. Where's the Constitution? Let's take a look. There's our low-to-the-water carronade frigate, with actually a pretty large crew of 99 for a ship of that size. There she is. There's the Constitution. With 48 guns and a crew of 177. Flying, of course, the early Don't Tread on Me naval flag. Let's get this started. I'm going to put one heavy group on the left here and a second heavy group on the right. I want my rocket ship attacking that first heavy first rate. And our faster ships just kind of off on the left side over here. And because the wind is really just not with us, yeah, our reinforcements are actually coming directly into the wind from over there. I am going to fast forward this until we get close. Man, that's slow. Well, it looks like the Spanish are actually going to close the distance first. I'm going to see if I can get some chain shot off on the Albany, from the Albany, and take out some of these sails. Oh, where's our steamships? Group 3. You guys are back here awkwardly. Totally forgot about those. Well, it looks like we're not within range for chain shot. Let's just go for round shot. Get a broadside off right there. Some minor hits, not bad. And here comes the rockets. This should be good. Looks like no fires just yet. I do like that paint on the Spanish ships. Not good for camouflage, but impressive. There's a solid broadside from the Iris, one of our first-rate ships of the line. Our second rate is on fire. I'm going to actually turn her around here and do some individual maneuvering because of the lack of wind. There's a solid broadside from the Antelope. Turnabout. Turn that second rate around. I think I'm going to actually spin all of these ships around here. We're going to have to track with the Spanish fleet as they head this way anyway. Steamships, don't slow down. Keep going. There's a bunch of fires finally. Their steamship is on fire, and their first rate's on fire, and their heavy first rate is also on fire. That was a great barrage. Oops, the Iris is also on fire, though. I want these steamships out front of this fleet as quickly as possible. That heavy first rate is finally starting to get some hull damage going. I'm going to switch my rocket ship to the center of this fleet, seeing they're so clustered. Try and get some multiple hits in. Very thankful for these steamships right now. They're really the only ships that I have that can move or maneuver at all. That first rate is trying to turn towards them, but without the wind, it's going to have a hard time. Try and unfurl all of these sails here and get any kind of wind to move. More rockets coming in right there. Their middle first rate is on fire. And... oh, completely on fire. Men are actually jumping from the top of the masts into the water. That's pretty horrifying. Oh, man. Yep, she has surrendered, and their heavy first rate is actually about to hit her, which could cause her to explode. I know the Iris is also on fire. Let's have them hold their cannon fire and try and put that out. There goes the Madre. All sails now on fire. And there's the explosion. And their heavy first rate is now also on fire. And there she goes. Every sail on fire, and the powder magazine explodes all at once. Oh, that's pretty horrifying. Her crew had no chance to even escape that. Time to circle in for the kill. Let's get our faster ships in here as quickly as possible. My steamships actually got a bit too far away here. Looks like their 6th rate, their brig, and their 5th rate are going to try and strike out and protect the 1st rate for as long as they can. They're going right into the mouth of my fleet, though, as all of my 1st rates are finally getting within range slowly back here. Rocket ship, keep that fire coming towards the 1st rate there. Actually, it's a heavy 1st rate. Yeah, heavy 1st rate. Who's now firing on my steamships, finally. It's a big broadside just for them, though. That could definitely be an issue. They actually partially demasted their 5th rate, too. Front mast is totally gone. There we go. Those steamships are finally within range. Let's just have the Hornet right there drop anchor. Oops, that's the rocket ship. With any luck, I can get my light ships right past that heavy first rate. Let's switch you guys to line astern. There's some more fires. Heavy, heavy hull damage too. And she has surrendered. Time to move the steamships in to round up the stragglers. We're heading right into the front part of my fleet with these heavy ships. Oh wow, their steamship just took a really nasty set of hits and is now sinking. Ooh, their heavy first rate is also now on fire and sinking. Look at that list. That's not good. All ships move in. Except for the Antelope, you are also listing like crazy. They call that a close victory, but I'd call that a pretty good victory in my opinion. With that, we have the option to pick up a few of these ships. It's a 5th rate and a 6th rate. I'm going to actually just sell them for prize money. Spoils of war. We have the Confident Admiral trait and the Cool Under Fire trait.
Make ready. Yes, Captain.
I'll head back to the docks here and just go ahead and repair that damage. Costing me actually just a bit more than I can afford. Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for this turn. This brings us to the summer of 1845. It looks like one of our new fleets has arrived from North America, and over the AI turn, a Swedish fleet took out a couple of our ships up here near Iceland. More annoying than anything, but I would like to hunt them down if possible. We also lost a Rake, which was one of our spies here in Texas, and a general here in France. I do want to replace him immediately. General Dent. Someone gained no character traits. Has a few new buildings and a lot of recruitment in Amsterdam.
Ready for orders.
That should be going for our new army right here.
Make ready.
What else could they use? Maybe some kind of mortar, possibly? Looks like mortar and infantry. I'm actually out of light infantry too. Do you guys have any light infantry? No? How about you guys? Yeah, let's swap a couple of these units. Mix things up just a bit.
Forward.
Some Republican guard in there just kind of guarding the borders. And I really don't see any light infantry at all.
Your humble servant.
Just give you guys some line infantry.
Forward. March.
Whoops.
Ready and awaiting your humble servant.
That army. There we go.
Orders, Captain.
I'm going to use one of these navies, the most powerful one, to scout out Stockholm.
Orders received and understood.
I'm going to sail right past Sweden's navies, which are still in port.
Ships, orders received.
I see one full stack on the capital here in Stockholm. And I have, on the other hand,
Make ready.
3 armies ready to march against it. Let's top off our repairs here in Denmark and get this army moving.
Ship shape and Bristol fashion, Captain.
There we go. With their naval forces pinned in the harbor, I can now march right towards their capital.
Forward. Ready and awaiting any further orders.
With one quick blow, I might be able to actually end this war with Sweden for good.
Yes. Ready and awaiting orders.
Ah man, there's so many
At the
armies
ready.
clustered right here, it's hard to see.
Make ready. Forward.
There we go.
March. Forward. March. Ready and awaiting orders. More orders.
You guys need a bit of replenishment,
Forward. At the ready.
but away you go. Let's demolish that university, repair this steam engine factory, repair this, what is this, palatial estate, repair this naval hospital. Man, our cash is just eroding. Repairing all of these allied nations, good grief. Ah, Spain, you've come back to besiege Paris once again. What did I lose from this army? All of my cavalry's there. Could really use some artillery. No, I've got rockets. I want a howitzer though. Let's do a 24-pounder.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man, that army is battered still.
Men. Sir. Forward.
As is that army. Replenishment really needs to happen.
Awaiting instructions.
I'll go ahead and get this rake going south to check things out in Spain as well. Before I forget about it, let's go ahead and give them some replenishment there in that navy. And what else? I think everybody is now replenishing at this point. Great Britain has a tiny army over here. Repairing, replenishing. I think that's going to be a fort battle, so that might not happen this episode. But with 3 armies, maybe I could just brute force the auto-resolve. Really don't enjoy those fort battles. What else is going on back here in the Americas? We got some more ships here. We have the Fly, the Brandywine, the Philadelphia, and the Naid. Let's send you guys up to meet this naval force right here. And you guys actually need an admiral. Let's build an admiral's flagship heavy first rate. And that will be a pretty solid defensive fleet for the coast. I'll add one more lighter ship. Let's do a, yeah, 5th rate. You know what? Let's also add a steamship to that too. And a 4th rate. Actually, we only have 3 slots left, and we already have a brig. So let's skip the 5th rate. Do the steamship and the 4th rate as our accessory ships. Wow, it is surprisingly easy to spend 40,000 gold. I'm going to upgrade to an industrial silver mining complex here in Mexico, which I'm still occupying for now. I think I'll hold on to that just a bit longer until I can end these wars in Europe, and I might give Mexico over to France maybe to govern, just because Mexico as an independent nation just would not stop attacking Texas. Panama is doing well though. Not well defended, but France is at least earning some money there. Alright. I guess at this point, are there any more ports I can blockade here in Sweden? There's a naval hospital way up here. Yeah, let's burn that down. And also raid this trade route. Oh man, what an income boost. This trade route is like pure gold. I guess literally pure gold. That is the mother lode of loot. Spoils of war. I think that's all of the maintenance and upgrading and stuff like that for this turn. That just leaves us with our battles here. I'm going to start things off by getting all of these armies within range and actually taking this army out outside of France. Because the odds are so good, I could probably auto-resolve this, but I think I'm going to enjoy this fight. It's time to take the Spanish out of France once again and get ready for that trek south into the Spanish homeland. I think this would actually be a pretty interesting fight, so let's fight that out. Looks like we have a pretty foggy day here, but I see some nice sightlines for artillery. I want some 12-pounders right here on this hill. That looks pretty good right there. Put these mortars here in the back with quicklime. And howitzers just, I think, down here in the valley also with quicklime. General in the back. Some line infantry, as well as some light infantry. Just make up the center right there. And the same mix for the left side here. That looks pretty solid. That leaves me with what? few units of line infantry just to fill things out here on the right. And a lot of cavalry, good grief. Group 1, you guys are just traditional horse. And then 2 units of light dragoons. I'm gonna keep you guys separate, but both on the left. Let's get this started. £12-pounders, focus on all those howitzers for sure. That's a nasty quicklime hit. Howitzers are injured. Colonial line infantry is injured. Even the cavalry took some hits there. That was good stuff. And there go the mortars with the quicklime. No real hits there at all. We have some mounted Spanish bandits over here, actually. Get these guys into square formation. Ooh, horse guards as well. Let's attack those Spanish bandits in the flank. Alright, lines are looking pretty secure. Their artillery is active though. Let's go ahead and get things moving. 2 units of light dragoons on the right. They're actually confident enough to go ahead and start moving. That's surprising. Provincial cavalry already retreating right there. 25 out of 67. And here comes more quicklime. Howitzers, go ahead and fire on this grouped infantry. Wow, they're pushing really fast. Our artillery has lost some people here. Go ahead and switch to canister shot and start blasting these front lines. Cavalry fall back. All dragoons, focus on the horse guard. Right flank, go ahead and move up quickly. Let's close ranks around them here. Are they charging? There's some quicklime hits right in the center of their ranks. This general is apparently very desperate, being totally surrounded in the center of France. One unit of horse go around, the other come on back this way. Very solid quicklime hits right there. Devastating losses for the Spanish. And their horse guard are down. I'm going to make a charge for that artillery, which is currently moving. Yeah, this one's going to be over pretty quick. Let's fire some canister shot on those light dragoons. Of course, go ahead and charge this Spanish line infantry on their left flank. Let's do some shrapnel shot on their general right there. Looks like the artillery is active once again, too. There's the double charge. That should break them pretty quickly. Wow, these Spanish regiment of horse over here are really taking their time in falling back. I guess my dragoons are really injured, I guess, after that fight over here. They're down to, what is that, 31, and where's the other one? I can't find them. About the same, I think. Line infantry, go ahead and just help them out real quick. There we go. That ended that fight. Dragoons, go for the artillery. Ooh, he just got hit badly. £12-pounders, switch back to canister shot and hit those light dragoons that are still there in the center, it looks like. This is one smoky battlefield. Alright, horse, go ahead and pull back. You don't have to engage everything just yet. Let's just finish these cannons off. Yeah, this is looking pretty good, guys. Looks like I lost a good bit of horse to artillery and attacks from these light dragoons. Let's finish them off quickly. And it looks like most of the Spanish lines are now breaking. Let's start running them down as quickly as possible. All lines, go ahead and charge forward. Artillery, switch to shrapnel shot and get some shots off on that general. Come on, hit the general, hit him now. He's in the tree line here, with all of our artillery pointed right at him. There it is. There's that shrapnel shot. And the percussive shells. Taking out yet more of them. Let's make that charge. Wow, a percussive shell landing right in the irregular infantry too. Unlucky for them. Alright, all artillery hold fire. Let's run them down. Oh, and we did it. Just in time, we caught their general before he could escape. We deployed a ridiculous 8,000 men. The Spanish deployed 3,000. We lost 845 in that kind of pitched infantry engagement right in the center. They lost almost their entire army. Top kills, of course, all of our cavalry right there. And a good bit of our light infantry as well.
Forward!
That's right, fall back.
Yes. By the left, sir. March! Your orders?
I'm going to surround that army and take it out for good next turn. Lots of traits gained. Alright, well for this turn, all that really leaves us is this annoying Swedish Navy raiding our trade routes. Let's try and set this up. That's a massive navy that we have right there with a lot of heavy first rates. Let's get you close, and then also bring up this surprise navy from the Atlantic with even more heavy first rates.
Orders? Ready and waiting. Underway.
They have declined to ambush us. Surprise, surprise. Let's auto-resolve this one.
The ocean is ours.
We lost 0 ships, they lost 8. Our prizes include a heavy first rate, and, what's this one? Another heavy first rate. Let's keep one and sell the other. We'll keep the St. Matthias. And now everyone back to port for repairs.
Ships, orders received.
And this 4th rate should probably go back to Iceland. I think that was our troop transport. And yet more new traits for our admirals. Alright, you guys go to this port.
Ships, orders.
That's going to be 6,000 in replenishment.
Make ready. Orders.
That's the heavy first rate. Let's get you guys on a raiding party, and we'll take care of your replenishment and repairs next turn. We've actually got to lose a ship here. Let's take our least experienced first rate, the Day, and swap it for the St. Matthias. I want her in service immediately.
Orders. Officer on deck.
That's an estimated 70,000 gold almost next turn, thanks to all of this trade route raiding. Paris is now basically completely in the clear. Our armies are almost good to go again. I think I'll strike out for Savoy and Lombardy, turn those over to France as soon as I capture them, hopefully within the next episode. Might do some auto-resolving there. And then right towards Madrid we go. Also next time, Stockholm finally sees American forces at the gates. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all then.